2, 1. Okay, there we go. I know you see the world will. I don't remember the iCarly song. It'll be so wonderful. Hi guys, we're here on the YouTube channel on fucking the Will and Trent show. The fucking Will and
The fucking
Will and Trent show. We're back and we got some fucking music to talk about. A lot of shit.
shit.
A lot of shit. Including shit that literally came out 12 hours. No, wait, like 4 hours after last episode because it came
So
out
we're doing this episode a little early because
holidays.
because holidays. Trent's going to see his family, so
Yeah.
I want to do it a week early. So we are going to be missing some releases that possibly come out at the end of November.
Yes.
Like Angel Maker, I'm pretty sure does. So
No, it came out today, but I'm just not
came out
listening.
today. Okay, well, yeah.
Yeah.
So anything we missed at the end of this month will be done in December.
Yes, because nothing else is coming out in December. Darko will probably just come out and they'll just be like, "Hey,
What am I, chopped liver?
yeah, oh yeah, well
Come
yeah,
on now. Fuck. I
well
got no.
I was gonna let you announce it first.
I already announced it everywhere.
I mean on the stream, promote. Well, no,
Fucking,
you spoiled it. You spoiled your own announcement.
it's okay. I spoil a lot of things. I got a new track coming out Monday, and then the album comes out.
And you already have a new track out. Sanity 1.
Sanity 1, Sanity 2 drops on Monday, and then the album Sanity drops December 1st. So
Wait, what? Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Another album came. Oh, an album came out in October that we missed apparently, and it had a feature from Kane Hill. It's the band Downswing. I'm just gonna put it on the playlist and then we'll talk about it in a month. But yeah, um, yeah, I didn't listen to it because I literally just discovered that it came out right now. But I don't have anything coming out this year. But next year, Destin for Doom will do shit. We'll have new music. We'll have be playing live, even though our guitarist is our second guitarist is like invisible right now. He keeps disappearing, which is very frustrating. But you know, and we haven't even. I was about to make the announcement video, and then I was just like, well, now I don't know because I don't want to announce new guitarist that doesn't chat in the band chat. So yeah,
right.
yeah. But the only other thing I have to talk about is that I went to AEW last night and I got like basically front row, not ringside barricade, but like four, 4 rows back, and I got to watch John Moxley flip me off. That was fun. And then he beat up Orange Cassidy in front of me, and then Marina, I forgot her last name. She also flipped me off, and she looks very terrifying in person. So that was cool. And then I saw CEO Mercedes Money, even though I don't like her. I know she's from Boston, but you know, I don't have to like everything that comes out of Boston. So, um, and then I also went to Monday Night Raw last week. So, yeah, pretty cool shit. And that was also cool because John Cena made his last appearance in Boston, his second to last Monday Night Raw, and his last championship ever, the Intercontinental Champion. I watched him become a Grand Slam champion. And on December 13th, I'm going to cry like a baby. So, yeah, can't wait. Yeah, can't wait for that day. Uh, but yeah, enough about that. There was a lot of releases, surprisingly, in November, even though we haven't even got to them all, and on Halloween as well. So let's start with maybe the biggest release. Well, name recognizable. Currents dropped a EP, surprisingly, out of nowhere. Yeah, it's called wait, oh, I have to actually look at it. I forgot. I keep thinking it's the name of the first single, but it's All That Follows. Surprising it's not the blank blank because it's always the way it ends. The place I feel safest. The death we seek. Yeah. So, and I have to say, this is definitely my favorite EP of the year, but I like it more than my own EP of the year that I dropped this year. I like it better than both the EPs I dropped this year because crap metal project. Um, I like it better than the Multiverses EP. Yeah, so but yeah, I really like this. I think this is definitely a good comeback EP from the way I know the place. No, one of them, the Death We Seek. That's a problem when you have all of them. The something something.
The
The the next album is just gonna be the like the SpongeBob meme. Um, but yeah, my favorite track was My Severance, Can't Turn Back. Definitely much better guitar work, much better vocals, much better just song structures. They don't, it doesn't feel like the song is just verse, chorus, like how it did on the Death We Seek.
the Death We
The
Seek.
the Death We Seek. Yeah, so this is my EP of the year. I don't really think there was actually no, never mind. I was gonna say there wasn't that much competition, but there was uh Face Yourself had multiple EPs. Uh Enterprise Earth had a EP. Crown Magnetar had a EP. Darko had a EP. I had a EP. Dust Doom. Immortal Disfigurement had a EP. Hunt the Dinosaur had an EP. A lot of EPs this year, surprisingly, because usually I can never really think of any EPs that drop. But yeah, this year a lot of EPs dropped. I think Traitor dropped. No, they dropped an album. Um, yeah, a lot of EPs this year. So that's what I think about New Currents. It's really
I
good.
agree. I think it might be the EP of the year for me as well.
Yeah,
It's very solid, very very good. Um, it's hard to. It's one of those that's hard to pick a favorite song
yeah,
from
I
it
know. Which is a
because like,
good problem to have.
oh, of course, of course, of course. If I had to pick one, I might pick "Can't Turn Back" or "It Only Gets Darker," the single.
Yeah, I would
But
say Can't Turn Back is probably my favorite. Hit the
mm,
floor. What the fuck do you take me for? Yeah.
love it.
Brian's vocals definitely got a huge upgrade. Like they were already good before, but on this it feels like he gave it everything he had.
Absolutely,
Yeah. So, yep.
absolutely.
There's my glazing of currents. Now you can glaze the next band.
Yeah. So unprocessed.
Yeah,
All right.
so unprocessed.
So with this, I expected. I have a thing, and Trent knows this. Every time Unprocessed drops an album, aside from 2022, because I really didn't dig that one, um, they typically have an album of the year candidate. 2019, they had Artificial Void.
Hmm.
2023, they had And Everything in Between. I honestly didn't think that was going to be topped, and then they just went out and topped it. And every year that they have an album of the year candidate, it's always beaten by a 10 out of 10. For me anyway, like
Yeah.
2019 was beaten by Hailstan. 2023 is beaten by Heavener.
Hmm.
I think this might finally be the year that they are the ones with the 10 and
Yeah.
they get the album of the year. Because for me, this is the best album I've heard all year so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I really like the album too. I keep hearing it at work and I've liked a lot of the songs. It's definitely not my favorite of the year, but I really like it. I've been listening to more progressive shit though, because today I listened to The Art of Dying by Gojira and it made me not want to play an instrument ever again. And I was just
But
like,
no,
and then
sorry,
I
go ahead.
I watched the drum cover of it. I was like, how? How are you doing that? Like, if anybody says my band's drumming is hard, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, go listen to that.
Go listen to Gojira, yeah.
Yeah, go listen to Animals as Leaders.
Yeah, there you go. It's really hard to pick a favorite track from this one too, because like
Oh, I have
they're
to
all
agree.
good in their own way. Terrestrial was the first one that I was like, oh shit, this
Yeah,
is the best song on the album. 111, the first track, was really good, a
yeah,
really good opener, and I love that. I love it when an album has a really good opener that sets the tone for the rest of it.
yeah.
Love it.
My favorites were the one with Paleface on it,
Mm,
Terrestrial, Sacrifice Me, Sleeping with Ghosts, and the first track. Yeah, 111.
mm. And Dark Silent and Complete was my song of the year last year,
Yeah,
so it's obviously there too.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
You,
this is about as perfect can get, in my opinion.
you gotta get the
So
vinyl now, because it's a 10
yeah,
out.
I'm gonna have to.
Yeah,
I got
before
the Hill Stand, I got the Heavener, and now I need to get
I don't
the
have
Angel.
I don't have my 2024 album of the year on vinyl, unfortunately.
I
Uh,
gotta get Alt. I gotta get from the New World.
I just realized that I have to get Psycho Frame because, well, they're not my album of the year, but they're up there. They're up there. That's a spoiler for next month, but I don't think I've definitively. No, wait. No, yeah, I haven't chosen my album of the year. I gotta go back.
Honorable mention to Via Nova as well. Like they pleasantly surprised me because I never heard of them before this album, and man, oh man, did they wake me up too.
Yeah,
If it's not on Process that wins album of the year by the end of the year, it's them
yeah,
because like that album was incredible.
yeah, I know. We talked about them on the last episode.
Yeah,
It,
because I was like, oh shit, on Process might have some competition. Hold on.
oh yeah, if re-releases counted though, I would say Node Reloaded. That was so good,
Oh yeah,
so good.
very good
I don't
remaster. Love
even,
it.
I don't even really like North Lane that much. I
Mm,
actually going back to Obsidian though, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Like it's not their best work, but it's not their worst work
mm,
either. Um yeah, it was a pretty solid album, but I love this remaster. They got both Buster and Will Putney helping
mm,
with the mixing and mastering and producing. Like, I mean, obviously it's gonna be good. So
mm.
yeah. Oh wow, I didn't listen to the new Caskets album. I was
I didn't either. I'll pick it up next month and I'll tell you what I feel. But
yeah, cause and there's two more albums that feel the same thing. I was telling my coworker today, I was like, I don't like the new Of Mice and Men album. I don't like the new. I haven't listened to the new Caskets. I haven't listened to the Devil Wears Prada. No, I did listen to Devil Wears Prada. I didn't like it, and then he was like, "Oh, you're just being a hater." I was like, "No, I just like their older stuff better, and it doesn't compare to the new one. That's not being a hater."
we'll see. Here's my thing too with that album. Since we're already talking about it, let's just go ahead and get it out the way. It's like the reason I don't like it again, it's following everybody else, not just that. Not knocking Jeremy as a singer,
Yeah,
right? The most recognizable thing for me anyway from the Devil Wears Prada has been Mike.
yeah. His screen,
And
like,
we didn't get much of Mike on this album. And it's like, what the fuck?
yeah. Even though I don't really love his screams because like they kind of sound like they hurt. They sound like they really hurt,
Yeah.
but they do sound pretty cool.
I mean, it's one of the most iconic voices in the scene.
Yeah,
And you're putting him on the back burner
yeah.
for again, Jeremy's a great singer. I'm not knocking him. It's just this doesn't feel like Devil Wears Prada. This feels like another Wage War album.
It sounds like
And
you're
it's
turning
like
into a. Okay, your internet just took a shit for a second and you sounded like a transformer.
"Wah."
Yeah, yeah,
But that's my analysis of the Devil Wears Prada.
yeah.
Personally, it's
I,
very
j-
disappointing.
I just felt like it lacked any soul. Like they took everything that was good about Color Decay and like extracted it. They were like, nope, nope, you don't get that. So yeah, I was cheering for this album earlier in the year. I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be It's gonna be up
Yeah,
there.
you were telling me Ritual was good and
Yeah,
shit. I'm like,
I do like
mhm.
Ritual still. I will back that. Personally, I like it, but if you don't like it, cool. I don't. I don't blame you. I like For You. I like that one too. I like most of the singles, but then when they started spamming them, I was just like, okay, you know what? Wait for the album to come out. How about that?
Right.
I didn't even listen to the rest of the
My
singles.
favorite track was All Out because
Yeah,
it felt the most like Devil Wears Prada.
yeah. And oh yeah, I was debating with my coworker. It happens to every band. Every band falls off at some point. You can't be on top forever unless you're like Silent Planet or like August Burns Red, which they
Or
have.
Van Anime.
Yeah, but
Like, oh, I mean, August Burns Red had Guardians, which again, it wasn't even that bad of an album. It was just disappointing because it was a step down. I felt
but
like Guardians was a solid album. It's just
I mean like a You're Welcome moment.
it wasn't even a You're Welcome moment. It was just
No, no,
every
no, no,
track.
no, no. That's what I mean by Fallout.
Oh, yeah,
Fall.
I got you. I got you. Okay, I
Like,
see what you mean now.
yeah. If a
But
band
like,
has
I
an
mean,
album that bad, then you're like,
we need to do a segment at some point of like what's every one of our favorite bands' least favorite album?
yeah.
Because like I have a few ideas. Because like
What's up,
August Burns Red,
Scully?
my least favorite would be Guardians.
What's up, Scully? We
What's
were
up?
at AEW yesterday. Yes.
Hey, Dub.
Yeah. But yeah, Guardians was good. Well, I like Guardians. My favorite song was Bloodletter, Lighthouse. Yeah. Wait, hold on.
I liked Bloodletter. Dismembered Memory was one I liked too.
Yeah. I might also be biased because I have that album signed by them.
That's fair.
I was listening to Whitewashed at work though, and if I could have any themes, if I could have a song for my wrestling theme song, that's what it would be. I would come out to that song.
Right.
Roddy Strong has The End of Heartache. CM Punk had This Fire Burns. I would have August Burns Red. I'd have Wash.
Whitewashed.
Yeah. Just imagine like when the songs like after the intro starts, like you get a wall of fire while walking out when the riff kicks in. That'd be so cool. Dun dun dun. Yeah. No, like after that, the like,
Dun, dun, dun,
yeah,
dun, dun,
yeah. I'd have
dun,
like,
dun, 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 dun,
yep.
dun, 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 dun.
But but yeah, yeah. We gotta do we could actually do it this episode when we get like through all the rest of the albums. We should, yeah, since we don't really have that much to talk about. Let's go find like the album that the band fell off. Each band fell off on, yeah.
I can go ahead and say way more.
Yeah, well,
They're still kind of down now, but I think they got more really started with pressure.
yeah. Your internet is taking a piss right now, but
Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with my internet. It's been spotty recently. I don't know what it is.
it's Optimus Will.
Maybe,
It's
maybe.
Optimus. Well, he's a train.
Fucking
It's AI. It's AI. Will. I knew it. That's why it wasn't working because you're
yeah,
AI.
shit.
Dang
You
it.
found me, figured me out.
Any,
um,
anyways, this no wait no. Despised Icon dropped a new album. They dropped Shadow Work. My favorite tracks on the album. I have to keep going to my like songs because that's how I remember what ones were my favorite. My favorites were Over My Dead Body, which was a single, Omen of Mischief, and Reaper featuring Tom Barber and Scott from Carnifex. Yeah, that song made me want to break drywall. So, yeah. I was gonna say though about Psycho Frame because they also have like a similar dynamic of where they used to, because now they only have one vocalist now, but they used to have like a deathcore vocalist and the hardcore vocalist, just like Despise Icon. So I was gonna say they're a huge, and they're one of the OG deathcore bands. They're like they were before Suicide Silence, before Whitechapel, before Chelsea Grin, before Bring Me the Horizon, Count Your Blessings. Like they're as OG deathcore as it gets, but nobody talks about them,
mm,
which is kind of crazy. Cause yeah, let me check. Their first album came out in, let's see. I gotta go check. Yeah, 2005 was their first album. So they were
Mm.
like, yeah, one of the first OG deathcore bands. I mean that was like around the time that Bring the Horizon came out, so I guess it makes sense. But I think if anybody deserves a "We Started Deathcore" title, it would be them. So yeah,
Mm.
because they're literally can't get more OG than that.
Yeah, Count Your Blessings came out in 2006.
Yeah, so yeah, give it to Despised Icon. They started deathcore, and I think Suicide Silence, their first album came out in 2007. Whitechapel 2006. So yeah. But anyways, Spite dropped a new album, and that album also made me want to punch drywall because it was so good and so heavy. My favorite tracks were, gotta go back to like songs. Looking Glass featuring Boundaries, uh, Servant of Chaos featuring Will Ramos, Gavel featuring oh wait, nobody. And Pledge featuring Tyler Shelton. Those are my favorite. Um and then the title track of the album, New World Killer. Yeah, I'm a big Spite fan. Unfortunately, I won't be seeing them tomorrow with Fit for a King, but sometimes life happens.
Right. Yeah, I feel that. Feel that. I'm not too big a fan of the Despised Icon album, honestly.
Or
That's just me
Spite,
though. I'm not or Spite, yeah. Either
cause
album.
cause you're a
It's
pussy and
not
you
my
don't
thing.
like deathcore.
No, I just
I
like
know,
some more substance
I
in my
know,
music.
I know. Now that's being a hater.
Nah, fuck it.
um, oh yeah.
Uh,
So Mice and Men dropped a new album, and listen, I'm like the biggest Mice and Men fan of all time, and I don't like this album. Sorry, it just feels very uninspired. And like I like their stuff, although I think their last album was when I fell off of them, and it came out on a bad time too, like horrible timing. So I mean, that kind of plays a factor, but also like it definitely seems like they're just trying to be like the other metalcore bands. Like they
mhm.
have a song that sounds exactly like Black Hole, and my friend was like, "Yeah, but Black Hole's a great song." I was like, "Yeah, but it's Architects song, not a Mice and Men song." And he was like, "Well, you take inspiration from Suicide Silence and Chelsea Green." I was like, "Yeah, but I don't blatantly rip off their songs or make it sound exactly like them." I was like, "Ah, people." But anyways, I liked Earth and Sky. I didn't really like Defy that much. I don't really go back to that album. I liked
Mm.
the one after that where they did like a bunch of EPs. I don't like the format how they did that, but I like the tracks on that. I liked Obsolete, let's see. Yeah, Timeless, Anchor, Levy, Bloom, Pulling Teeth, all of those songs. Um so yeah. And obviously the Flood is their best work, so I mean, you could argue it's Restoring Force, but that was like their departure from metalcore. That's when they started going butt rock.
Mhm.
But I mean, it was a good album, and
Restoring
people,
Force is still good though.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, people don't like Cold World, which I get it, but it's literally a new metal album, and I like new metal, so
And it was also the album where like Austin was really in pain
yeah.
too.
I mean, he
Like
literally had a song called Pain on it, so yeah.
I mean he was
Bang,
literally
bang,
like
bang, bang.
every time he said every time he screamed it felt like holes would open on his spine or something.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
then
like, bro, what the fuck?
oh yeah, and they had that fucked up music video too. Where like the
Mm.
girl is like bending and stuff and twisting. I
The
was just like, oh
contortionist.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I like the song though on that album, "The Lie." That was a good one too. That was one of the heavier ones. "The Lie," "Pain," and "Relentless" was on NXT, so I like that one. But yeah, I guess it was more of a rock album. But I mean, I didn't hate it. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I enjoyed
I
that
didn't,
album.
I didn't hate it, but it's my least favorite from them.
Yeah.
My opinion on Another Miracle is same as yours, pretty much. I mean, there was some enjoyable parts, but it's like not much else, you know. Like I did like the closer, you
Mhm.
know, it was cool, but by that point, I was already so turned away from it. It's just like,
I
bro,
feel
what the fuck?
I feel like they always end their albums though on a soft song though. So I feel like it was like kind of like I saw that coming. I was like,
I
oh
mean,
yeah,
you know, it sucks whenever whenever what's supposed to be a heavy album, the
oh
best song is the soft track.
I don't know why, but
Like,
your camera just disappeared.
the fuck?
Oh wait, okay, yeah,
Am I
oh
good?
okay, yeah. I
Am I
don't
good?
know. I don't know why it just disappeared. OBS is tweaking today. Yeah, okay, you're good. Anyways, but
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
But but in but back to what I was saying, like it sucks that when on a heavy album,
Hmm.
the best song is the soft track, and I know
Yeah,
that wasn't their intention.
yeah.
So it's like,
Oh yeah, I gotta give a shout out to Fleeting Life. They are another Hell Here Studios client. Even though I'm not Robbie, but I like to check out my what's it called? Um,
associates.
yeah, whatever the word is. Peers. That's what I meant to
There
say.
you go.
Yeah. They dropped a remix of their song Skull, which has 500,000 streams, which is pretty fucking good. They have like 20,000 monthly listeners. So, yeah, they're doing pretty well for themselves. So, go check out their remaster of Skull, even though they probably don't need my promo, but I mean, just go check them out. They're cool. And they have more stuff coming. And who knows? I might be on one of the callouts. Maybe. Shh. I never said that. I never said that. I might be on one of the gang vocals, but I never said
Breakdown.
that. Yeah, breakdown. Exactly. We got that meme from the last episode. Let's see. Poppy dropped new two singles. I'm glad she's still going in the rock direction because it seems like every time she drops a metal or rock album, she drops a poppy album. So yeah, they were solid, but I don't think they were as good as Negative Spaces stuff. And she's dropping a new album in the beginning of next year,
Hmm.
in January. So yeah, and we got a returning face in this playlist. Somebody who is a huge part of the YouTube scene. Some of you might know him as Nick Nocturnal. He made his return to music and YouTube with this new project called Nocturnal. Yeah.
Am I a hater saying I didn't like it?
Oh my god, what a fucking hater.
Mm.
I thought it was cool. He kind of explained it on his Twitch like what he was going for, just like whatever the fuck basically. He was like whatever the fuck I want to do, no genre really
I mean
attached.
that's fun. I guess that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Now hearing that, I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah.
maybe I can respect it a bit more. I didn't like it when I listened to it though. That's
Yeah.
just my opinion though.
Wow. This tells you how popular Nick Nocturnal is. He already has 50,000 monthly listeners off of that one song. And it just dropped. So, yeah. That's crazy. Um the Great American Ghost, they dropped a new track. It looks like it's going to be for a deluxe edition of their album that dropped this year because
Mhm.
It
That's what
ha-
I got from it.
yeah, it has the same artwork in the background. You can see.
Yeah, that's what I got from it. And just listening to it, I didn't even notice
Yeah,
the art. I listened to it and it sounded like a B-side. I was like,
yeah.
oh, okay,
It was fine
good.
though. It was solid. And they also did the cover of what's it called? Deftones. They did a
Mm.
Deftones cover. So yeah, I thought it was solid. Great American Ghost, that's an album I didn't really go back to as much as I should have. It was a good album, don't get me wrong, but like I was like obsessed with them at one point, but now they didn't do anything. They're great, but like I don't know, for some reason I think I overplayed them. Sometimes that happens.
Mm. Maybe.
Yeah. But maybe I'll listen to them more now because I'm going to the gym. And I used to listen to them in the gym. Yeah.
Mm.
So anyways, now I think that's everything in the playlist. Let me just oh wait, Aviana dropped a new album, but I didn't really listen to it.
It was good, but it was disappointing. Maybe because I hyped it up so much. It was great, don't get me wrong, but I'm just like it
Oh
was
wait.
underwhelming because of the
Oh wait.
closer.
I forgot to mention something too. I don't even know if you checked it out. Probably not. And I didn't add it to the playlist, so I feel bad. I don't even know. I think we might have talked about this last episode. I don't think so though, because it came out on the 30th. It was like Moths the Flame dropped a new track called "Salting the Earth," and I really liked.
No, I don't think we
I
did. I
really,
like that song
I
though.
really liked it. Yeah, it's a great track.
I like it too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not even the biggest like Moths the Flames fan, but that was a really good track. I've been listening to it a lot at work.
Mm.
My I think their best work definitely though is their last album. Like that album was so good.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was top 5 for me last year.
Yeah.
That album was really, really good.
Yeah. Last year was really good for albums, I feel like. Yeah.
Mainly for metalcore.
Yeah. Deathcore there was nothing.
All the deathcore came out this year, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, and we literally just got Angel Maker to add to the pile. The only band that didn't drop this year is Chelsea Green. Chelsea
Look,
Green.
this
And
is what
Brand
I
of
see.
Sacrifice. Brand of Sacrifice too.
Mm. I mean, I don't even know where the fuck Brand of Sacrifice is.
Yeah,
Like, where are
they
they at?
they toured with Whitechapel and that's it really. And then they said that there was gonna be a new album, Brand of Sacrifice. Their last song was Purge. I really like that song because
I
it's
hated it.
I really like it sounded like Mick Gordon deathcore. I love it.
I didn't like it.
Argent deathcore. Let's make that a genre. Argent deathcore. I Prevail did Argent metalcore. Well, Octane core. Now they're not doing it anymore, which is disappointing. But
I mean, they might at some point. I feel like they're just trying to find a new sound with Eric.
yeah,
I feel like they're trying to find a sound that fits him.
yeah.
I
I
feel like they're trying too hard to genre blend though, because like with I Prevail, the album isn't bad. Violent Nature isn't bad. Not at all. It's just I feel like they're trying too hard to stick to what they did with Brian, but they have to understand that oh, wait, no, Eric's a bit heavier than that, you
yeah.
know? Like Eric's got a great singing voice,
But he could be a deathcore vocalist too, if you
not
wanted.
exactly unique, but it's like on that album it's just kind of jarring with tracks like
Violent
God,
nature.
tracks like Violent Nature, and then you have tracks like
I'm a
Into
sick
Hell,
motherfucker
which
with a
were
violent nature.
all these tracks were good, but it was jarring because like you have a track like that where Eric's showcasing his vocals like that, and then you just have something soft that's like Octane Core, and it's like we gotta find the happy medium, guys.
Yeah.
Gotta find that happy medium, guys.
Oh yeah, also I've blocked every AI band that I can possibly find on Spotify because one of my other coworkers at work were listening to a metalcore band and I was like, "Oh wow, who's this?" And then they like told me who it was and then I looked them up. I was like, "Oh, they're blocked. That means they're AI."
Mm.
So, yeah, cuz I saw a video and it was like block these AI bands and then I did. And I was like, I hate you right now. I really fucking hate you. I fucking hate you so much. AI music needs to go.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Uh, I mean, like, imagine you meet somebody and they say they like metal, but the only metal they like is AI metal. Would you be like, oh, cool, you like metal? Or like, well, fuck you, you like AI music?
Well, see, I wouldn't say fuck you. I would just show them actual artists and be like, hey, these are actual artists. Don't listen to this.
Yeah. I feel like the first band I would show somebody who's never listened to metal, maybe I would show them Gojira. I feel like that's a good, solid introduction. But
Yeah.
maybe that's too much. That might be too much.
Maybe Slipknot.
Yeah. Maybe I Prevail. I feel like I Prevail is a good gateway
Yeah.
band. Or Linkin Park is like the gateway band. I feel like cuz like that was my gateway band and that's like the only rock or metal that most people know. They know Crawling, they know In the End.
Mm.
Yep. Anyways, let's play the game. Time to play the
The game.
game.
The
What
game.
we could pick their worst album or just the album where they made that album and then they fell off. Let's start with A Day to Remember because they're the perfect.
You're welcome.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Uh, You're welcome. And then and then also I would also say their newest album. I mean, it wasn't as bad as You're Welcome, but it wasn't that good. Like it's so hard because they had a perfect track record in my opinion. They had for
Mm.
those and Their Name Was Treason, For Those Who Have Heart, Homesick, What Separates You Me From You, Common Courtesy, even Bad Vibrations I would say is good. And then they drop You're Welcome. It's like
Yeah.
how do you drop such amazing music and then you drop You're Welcome? That feels like an insult to the fans. It's like, yeah, we know you come to expect great music from us, but let's just remind you that we could also do this.
Yeah. Well,
and then
see,
and then
tracks 9, 10, and 11 were really fucking good on that album, though.
yeah. Wait, no, track 9 was Viva La
No, no,
Mexico.
no. I'm talking about big ol' album.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but on this one, yeah. The
The only
best
track I was really a fan of was Permanent.
yeah, Permanent and Last Chance to Dance was kind of like it
I
kind of
didn't even like that one.
I liked it. It kind of reminded me of Second Sucks in a way. So.
Yeah.
And it was produced by Will Putney, who also did Miracle.
See,
So
Miracle feels like a day to remember.
yeah, even though even though it has breakdown, the breakdown that every Octane core band does now.
Hey, look, in my eyes, they did it first.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine. It
Well,
was totally fine in my eyes.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
better than what we were getting.
yeah. Because like now you get that with Falling in Reverse, I Prevail, Of Mice and Men, Bad Omens. Everybody's doing the same break.
Architects,
Yeah, I mean, they do it
waiting
pretty good.
for.
It's like burn, dun dun dun, burn. Like they put the pitch shifter as low as they possibly can, but it's not Thal. It's they're trying to be Thal, but they're not. Sorry, you can't mix Thal with shitty Octane core. Beartooth did it at some point, I think too. So I'm just like I hate those breakdowns. Every time somebody shows me a band and it has one of those breakdowns, I was like, I hate it. I hate it. It's horrible. Now I'm being a hater. Happy now.
Mm,
Okay, I'm gonna go to Whitechapel because Whitechapel they had, in my opinion, they had a great track record from Somatic Defilement all the way up to Endless War, and then they dropped Mark of the Blade. Mark the Blade. It had some decent song. It was the first album that they ever introduced clean vocals, which was very jarring, obviously. But they did have some good songs. They had Elitist one, and then Bring Me Home was about his mom, pretty sure, or both of his parents. And then yeah, but after that they picked up I feel like with the Valley and Kin, and then their newest album, even though you don't like it, but
Yeah, to me personally, I mean, I can't really speak much on a deathcore band because I'm not big on deathcore. But I wouldn't even say Whitechapel ever fell off. That's the thing. Because
yeah.
like you can't call it a fall off
No,
whenever
I know. I'm just
they're
saying
experimenting and then they make it good.
their only bad album, I would say.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Um, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, we could either find a band's fall off album or their worst albums. Okay, you can
That's
pick
true.
one now, since I just
Uh,
picked two.
I'll go with an easy one. Wage War. So this is a band that I really loved in
Oof.
high school. Blueprints and Deadweight are both top tier metalcore albums.
I've heard it all.
We can both agree on that.
Yes.
We can both agree on that. Yeah, they are incredible albums. The River, fucking Stitch,
Hmm.
Witness, um, all those tracks. 21. Those tracks,
Johnny Cash.
classics. Johnny Cash is such a good track, man. Oh my god. But when they released Pressure, it was jarring because like I could get behind it if it was just simply just one album where they're experimenting and then they go right back, whatever, that's fine. Because like looking back at Pressure, it's not as bad as I remember it being, but at the same time, it's still that's where it started.
Mm.
Because like on that album, Who I Am was a solid opener, I guess. Ghost was cool. Low, despite the rip-off riff,
Boom.
was actually a pretty solid track. Aside from that, I liked it. And then the closer, Will We Ever Learn?
Yeah.
My favorite track on that album,
Okay.
easy.
This
But
bit. Okay. Wait.
it just
Never mind.
went downward from there, as we all know. Manic was better, but Stigma was horrible.
I keep thinking too fast. I'm like thinking
Yeah,
of
yeah. Chill out, bro. Let me finish.
yeah. It's the coffee
But
I had at work.
I know that Danny will be mad at me, but Stigma was horrible,
Fuck you, bitch.
horrible.
Fuck you,
Manic was
Danny.
better. Manic was okay, I guess.
Stigma was terrible.
Stigma was terrible.
Booty cheeks. Booty cheeks.
And obviously they're in a place where they don't really need our approval, so it's like it's whatever.
We're
But
just doing it for fun. It's not for
yeah, it's our honest opinion. I
yeah.
mean,
Okay,
I hate.
this one might be a little controversial because they fell off, they came back, and then they fell off again, and then I don't think they've recovered. It's an OG metalcore band. It's Bullet for My Valentine because they dropped the Poison, Screaming Fire, Fever, and then they dropped Temper, which was their fall off album at first. Because they try to go more rock and stuff, and then they dropped Venom. Venom was really good. It was kind of like the Poison 2.0 almost. Not exactly, but like it had some of the vibes and they had really good songs on that album like let me check. No Way Out, Worthless, You Want a Battle, Here's a War, Venom, Skin, Playing God, Raising Hell. Great album. And then they dropped Gravity, which was where they try to be electronic core, and that was not good. And then they dropped their self-titled album where they try to be heavy again, which I don't really think it worked personally.
Mm-mm,
Knives was a pretty good song, I will admit. Knives was pretty cool, but other than that, I really didn't dig the album personally.
mm.
Yeah,
I agree.
yeah, it wasn't
I
horrible,
agree.
but it could have been a lot better.
Hmm.
And they were working on a new album apparently, so hopefully maybe they'll try to capture some of the old sound, especially since it's about no, it was just the Poison 20-year anniversary, which I'm really mad that I missed that tour, but it is what it is. Also, they also played all the songs that were on those albums like in drop B instead of drop C, which I mean, not a lot of people are gonna care, but I care, okay? Because he sings it completely differently than how he sings it on the album. And for me, it doesn't feel the same. Doesn't hit quite the same. So yeah, that would be my band that fell off.
Mm. Okay, so here is one that again might be controversial. August Burns Red.
Mm,
So I love August Burns Red, one of my all-time favorites. Love them, and they don't have a bad album. There is one album though that I mean, this is the game of what album do we feel like they fell down a little bit? Not the, not we're not shitting on bands. Guardians from 2020, I think, was the album that they really kind of stepped back majorly on.
mm,
'Cause like, yeah, it was a good album. It was still one of the top albums for me in 2020. Like
mm,
that, and that says a lot about August Burns Red, how much I expect from them. But if you really look at the album and really listen to it all the way through, every track pretty much has the same structure, and that's not what I feel like August Burns Red is.
yeah,
You know, because like the narrative was cool, cool opener. Bones, solid. Paramount's obviously becoming a bit more of an iconic track. It's the most viewed track on the album.
yeah,
Fucking Defender, of course. But I feel like it's tracks like Defender that made it kind of stale a little bit
yeah.
because it was just like we're heavy, breakdown.
Oh yeah.
That's what it felt like. It wasn't. It felt like August Burns Red, but it didn't feel like August Burns Red. Because like if you look at the previous two albums before this, fucking like again perfect discography, and then obviously Found in Faraway Places and Phantom Anthem. Those
Okay,
two albums were sensational.
you might not agree, but I would say they also kind of fell off with Lover. Like it's a good album. It's a good
I feel
album,
like that. Yeah, yeah,
but it came off of Messengers and
yeah.
Constellation,
Mhm.
which those
It's yeah, it's really hard to follow up on that. And plus, they
yeah,
were also trying a new sound. They're
yeah,
also trying a new sound there too,
yeah,
because that was when they were finally get there was that was I can't English. That was when they were kind of that was when they were kind of falling into the more progressive side of things.
yeah,
So like I agree with you there for 100%.
yeah,
But again, Leveler is still really cool because you got Internal Canon.
yeah. Poor
That track is amazing.
Millionaire.
Yeah,
That's
Poor
it.
Millionaire is amazing.
And then they did
Um,
a like 10th anniversary edition, and they had Misha Mansour, Matt Heffy, Ryan Kirby on
I personally feel like the original's still better, but
yeah,
it was cool to see all that.
yeah. Same. I have the same feeling with Constellation remix. It didn't need a
Me
remix.
too. But
Um,
Messengers though, the
yeah,
Messengers remake was cool, and
yeah,
then the Thrill Seeker remake was awesome too.
yeah.
But
Even though I also like the original Messengers, I
mhm.
just like the
Oh,
raw
100%.
how raw it was. Um,
Oh yeah, facts.
okay, since we just both did classic metalcore bands, I'll pick another classic metalcore band. Now you could say they never fell off, but I would say they have two bad albums and they're both self-titled from Killswitch Engage. Um, like their first one wasn't bad, but Jesse's vocals were like very rough
Mhm.
around the edges. And then he kind of fixed it on Alive or Just Breathing, but apparently the damage was already done because then he had to leave. Then we got Howard, and then he made the masterpiece that we know as The End of Heartache. But then they dropped another masterpiece, which is my favorite album of all time, As Daylight Dies. And then they dropped the self titled album, which was Howard's last album. That was not a really good album. That was more of like a they went from super metalcore to super butt rock, and that was like such a crazy move. Like I still don't really understand that. And then they dropped Disarm the Descent, which was good. That was Jesse's return album. I personally liked Incarnate more. And then they dropped The Tournament, which had a song with Howard Jones and Jesse, which was a really cool thing. And then they dropped their newest album, which I think was solid. Not their best work, not their worst work. Definitely better than the second self-titled album in 2009. That's what I would say is their worst album, the 2009 self-titled album. But other than that, they're like one of the top metalcore bands of all time.
Mhm.
I have a joke though. As I Lay Dying, they had such great albums, and then none of their albums made them fall off. Just 2012 in general, because that's when he got caught and went to jail. Then they fell off. Even though Shaped by Fire, Can't Lie, great album. Piece of shit, but it's a great album. Like
Yeah.
Blinded. It was carried by Josh, his clean vocals, but yeah, that's a good song. And then My Own Grave also Josh carried. Um, and then obvious. What's the song? What's the song? Redefined, which I did not know. It has a ghost feature from Jake from August Burns Red. Did not know
Mhm.
that. But yeah, as I lay dying, they fell off. Tim made them fall off. So,
Mhm.
and then all the members quit, and now it's just Tim. Like literally, their last album, they had members they left the band the day the album came out. Yeah, it just says Phil and Tim when you look at the credits, but he's not even in
That's
the
crazy.
band anymore.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
your turn.
Oh boy. Um, trying to think. Fuck it. Uh, I'm gonna I'm gonna say Invent Animate, and this
Mm.
is again another instance of not a bad album, but it's like it feels less inspired than the rest. Like Invent Animate to this point, in my opinion, has a perfect discography.
Yeah.
It just gets better every release.
Hmm.
But personal feelings aside for the band, Still World's probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
And it's not because it's a bad album. It's really good. The vocals are great. The improvements on guitar work is incredible too. The ambience is more prominent. Great. It just didn't hit as hard as say Everchanger, and then after that, Graveview.
Mm.
It that's my opinion though, because like Ben, you could tell he was about to leave.
Yeah.
He just didn't feel like he didn't feel like he felt it anymore.
Yeah.
You know, again, it wasn't bad, but it was just like obviously it gave us some iconic tracks from them. Like Dark Bloom was really good. White
Oh
Wolf.
yeah, dark blue. Not that one. Not that one.
That's where we left the pieces.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
But yeah, that's my opinion on them.
let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Hmm. Band that fell off. I mean, we talked about them earlier. Of Mice and Men. I think they fell off. Yeah, Cold War would be the proper one. I would say though Defy because that's after Austin left. And like, I mean, I love Aaron. He's a great vocalist, and he's a cool guy. Met him before, great guy. But like Austin, I feel like had such a iconic scream. So and it's hard to like replace those vocals. Yeah, especially I don't know if you've ever heard his live version of OCD with Suicide Silence. That was like he had such good vocals, and then he just had to be sick. Just had to have a life threatening disease. Yeah. I wonder how like I wonder if he didn't have that disease would he still be in Of Mice and Men?
I mean, he's openly said that being in the Mice and Men was
Oh
the
yeah,
worst year.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he said
I mean,
some
fuck no.
not great things about it, but
I mean, it's not even it wasn't even a knock at the band itself. It was just the time period.
yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, I've heard like well, obviously we've seen horrible things happen to bands being on tour and like the toll it takes on them. So, yeah. Anyways, this is a huge band. Actually, they just got sold. I just realized this band got sold. It's Slipknot. Slipknot actually got sold apparently. I don't know if it's real, but they sold their estate. It was like worth like $15 million or something, allegedly. I'm not sure. I just saw it last night. Don't know if it's true. But anyways, they did fall off majorly because they dropped like you could debate when they fell off, but in my opinion, they fell off with the Gray Chapter. Yeah, because they dropped their self-titled album, they dropped Iowa, they dropped the subliminal verses, they dropped All Hope Is Gone, which people like that's why I was like, because some people would say All Hope Is Gone was their fall off, but it was a good album. It still had some good songs on it. Psychosocial, obviously. Let me check. Let me check. Um, Dead Memories. Sulfur. The Killing the Name. Uh, Snuff. Yeah. I feel like the only reason people don't like that album, it feels like Corey Taylor really tried to add Stone Sour to Slipknot. So, but I mean, I think it was fine. But then the Gray Chapters, it feel like they really lost a lot. Like you could tell that both Joey Jordison and Paul Gray played a huge part in Slipknot. Because after that, I don't think they really recovered. I mean, I will say "We Are Not Your Kind" is a solid album. "We Are Not Your Kind" has some good songs. Let's see, "Unsainted" obviously, "Birth of the Cruel" was pretty cool. Neo near Nero Forte was good. "Critical Darling" was pretty cool. "Red Flag." One of my favorite Slipknot songs ever is on this album, and that's "Always First." I really enjoyed that album. I mean, song, yeah, on this album. The last song on the album too. Um, but yeah, and then their last album, I've heard like mixed people have mixed feelings. Some people absolutely love this album, and then some people like me absolutely hate this album. There's like two songs I like on it, and that's the Dying song. The Dying song. I can't English today either. The Dying Song, and then Chapeltown Rag. That was a good one. But then they had this song. Um, I don't remember what. It was like some. It was about some weird shit. I don't even remember, but I remember talking about it in the Nick Nocturnal server. But yeah, this was a polarizing album for them, and it might be their last album if they really did sell Slipknot. I'm dying.
I'm dying.
I'm dying. Dying on a
Oh
tree.
boy.
Let's see.
What's another one? Oh
Architects.
boy. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I feel like the fall off was absolutely on what the fuck is that album
For
called again?
those who wish to exist.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, because then they
The fall
drop
off was absolutely on that one.
classic symptoms, which I don't even hate that album. I get why people don't like it. They really like that album though. Architects
Yeah,
themselves
that's
enjoy.
all that matters. That's
Yeah.
all that matters.
So I personally like the album because I had already at that point accepted that they're never gonna sound like Holy Hell. They're never gonna sound like All Our Gods Have like. So I was just like, okay, this is cool. This is different. But then they dropped Earth and Sky between. It's good for the new direction, but it's the same problem I have with the new modern metalcore. This type of metalcore, because there's different types. There's this type of modern metalcore, and then there's the other type like Silent Planet, Invent Animate, 156, Currents. That's the good side, and then the bad. Like we got two piles of metalcore. Polaris. Oh man, I need a new Polaris album. Hopefully next year. But yeah, Polaris is another band that they don't have one bad album. I don't think I could say.
Hmm.
Let me check real quick. Well, I mean they only have like what 3 albums, so yeah, it's hard to say they have a bad album when they only have 3. But they're going on tour of bigger bands like Electric Callboy and Linkin Park, which is amazing for them. Great. But I'm worried at the same time because a lot of times when they do that, look at Fit for a King, they went on tour with Parkway Drive and then they dropped The Path. Speaking of Fit for a King, they fell off on The Path.
Yeah, but then they picked it back up.
Yeah, yeah. They fixed it. They were like, "Whoops, let's not do that again."
Right.
Yeah, because they dropped the path. They dropped the Hell Week The Hell We Create, which was solid, and then they did it even better with Lonely God, which is definitely their best album since Dark Skies. Which
$100.
Dark Sky, it's always a toss up between Dark Skies, Death Grip, and then Creation Destruction. I would say Dark Skies is probably their best.
Mhm.
Dark,
Death Grip was really good too.
yeah, yeah, Death Grip. You had fucking Pissed Off, Dead Memory, which is
Death
my
Grip.
yeah, yeah, and then but Creation Destruction is probably my favorite because of Warpath and Bitter End. And
Mm.
Hollow King was solid. Skin and Bone. But I'll never forget when they played Bitter End live and I lost my shit. That was awesome. Let's see. Okay, another band. They're a band that a lot of people forget about. They're a WWE band, technically. That's Code Orange. Code Orange. I mean, the hardcore fans would tell you that they fell off with Underneath because that's when they abandoned the hardcore beatdown style. But I would say they fell off on Above because and they haven't dropped anything since. So
Yeah.
yeah, because they like I think Underneath was their best album, which is a hot take, but like they went like industrial metalcore, hardcore. Like I don't even know what to call that. I don't know what to call that album. But whatever it was cool cuz they had Swallowing the Rabbit Hole, In Fear, Who I Am. They did it better than Wage War. Soul for Surrounding, The Easy Way, Autumn and Carbine. Man, I need to listen to this album again now that I'm thinking about it. This was a really good album. It came out the day that COVID started, which was depressing because
Yeah.
the last one of the last song, A Sliver, listening to that, like knowing that the pandemic just started, it felt so different. Like you had to hear that song during COVID. Cause like I remember walking to the store, hearing that song, and like my city felt like a ghost town, and I was just like, man, this is like,
This is depressing.
yeah, this is really depressing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, I got a doozy. I
Mm.
have a doozy. Veil of Maya,
Oh. Oh. Oh.
and
Uh.
I'm gonna argue it's the new album.
Ooh.
Well, I say new, it's 2 years ago, but
they are on hiatus. So I mean,
yeah.
which,
Yeah. So there's a lot to unpack here. I feel like a lot of deathcore fans like to say that Matriarch's where they fell off, and I'm like, oh, I'd argue that's where they got better.
yeah, like
Honestly,
I like the common main collab. I like
of course, it's
Eclipse.
classic.
But and ID is fine. ID is probably my least favorite from their deathcore era.
Mm.
Um, and then they dropped Matriarch and then False Idol, which I just re-listened to False Idol again. Such a great album.
Oh, yeah, facts. But then, like, and then they had those singles in between, members only,
Oh,
Outsider, fucking Viscera. Outrun was my least favorite, though. But,
yeah, Outrun felt like kind of Octane core a little bit.
I mean, they were experimenting in
Yeah,
those singles, so it's like,
yeah,
it's acceptable, it's fine.
yeah,
But I would argue this album is where they kind of fell off a little bit, because I was
yeah,
like, I mean, it's a good album,
yeah. And
but,
it was like at one point it was my most listened to album of all time on according
oh,
to
yeah.
Last FM, and they were my album of the year, for 2023. Even though in hindsight I would change it to Silent Planet, Super Bloom, but I know it's still gonna be Heaven or For You no matter what. But I like this album, but
You're
I
gonna hate what my fucking fall off album for Silent Planet is.
um
You're gonna hate it.
Tokyo Chainsaw, Artificial Dose, Godhead. My favorite was the last three songs because those were deathcore, and I like deathcore.
I think my favorites from this album
Oh, Disco Kill Party. That song was insane.
Yeah, that was cool. Red Fur was one that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, that was kind of
Um,
one of the more octane core ones, though, a little bit, but it was still
that was
good.
still good.
Yeah,
It wasn't octane core. It
yeah,
was fun. It was cool.
yeah,
It's whatever. I mean, in my opinion, and you're gonna disagree with this probably, but it's fine. In my opinion, some bands might need an octane core track on the album to add some diversity.
yeah.
I
True,
would not
true.
be against that. If Event Animate had an octane core track on their next album, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad
yeah,
because it's like, okay, well, how far can you really go with this specific sound?
yeah. Also,
Especially with a band like Veil of Maya, it becomes stale after a while.
I'm upset that their guitarist is now falling in reverse. That's probably why they're on hiatus. Not gonna lie,
Yeah. And
probably.
it's gonna be kind of hard to find someone better than Mark. I don't
Yeah,
think Mark's left, but it would be hard for them to find somebody better than Mark. That's
yeah.
that.
That's kind of
That's a little tough.
That's a problem with Code Orange. Code Orange is also on hiatus, and you can't find somebody better than Reba. Reba is currently in Marilyn Manson. They're both of them are with pieces of shit. Reba's with Marilyn Manson and Mark, right? I think that's
Mark, yeah.
yeah, Mark's with Ronnie Radke. Both the pieces of shit. But yeah. Okay, what's the fall off album for Silent Planet? Is it Super
The new
Bowl?
one, Super Bloom.
Uh,
And it's not because it's bad. It's again another instance. A lot of these for me are it's an instance. It's not a bad album. It's just it didn't hit as hard as the previous ones.
yeah.
Super
Uh,
Bloom to me didn't really hit as hard because like
yeah.
I've been a fan of Silent Planet since 2013,
I
brother.
could
Like
yeah, since they're first. I could see that because like Iridescent I feel like was their most emotional album. I feel like
really.
especially since he just got Garrett just got out of like a mental hospital and all that
Mhm.
shit. So I could definitely see that, but I feel like well, I mean this is the Argent metal album, of course I'm gonna like it the
I mean,
most.
yeah, and of course, don't get me wrong, it's going to get better with this sound.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this sound moving forward. Don't
Yep.
get me wrong. Super Bloom is far from a bad album.
Yeah.
It was in my top 10 in
And Wick
2023,
and their
you know.
two newest songs and their EP. But
There you go.
I would say their two newest songs were cool because they're probably gonna be on the same album. Yeah. I like my
Yeah, see? Not not shitting on them at all for this.
yeah,
I'm
we're not haters. We're not haters. We're
not high,
debating. We're just saying that we have stuff that we like
but
better.
but compared to when the end began or
Everything was
iridescent
sound.
or everything was sound, the night god slept.
Yep.
I mean, compared to those, it's like it's lower on the echelon.
Yeah, my favorite album from them is definitely Iridescent.
Hmm.
Even though Super Bloom
Love you, silent. Love you, Silent Planet.
yeah,
Love you guys.
yeah. Don't
Notice us.
don't get mad. Don't hate us. Yeah, I got to see them play Super Bowl in full. Did you get to go to the Bloom in Heaven tour or no?
I did not. I
Me
didn't get to. I
neither.
would have loved
Me
to.
neither. I really wanted to see Alt and I really wanted to see 156, but I already seen this album in full and it didn't come to Massachusetts. So it came to Connecticut, but why would I ever want to go to Connecticut other than to visit my guitarist?
That's fair.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh wait, Lincoln Park. They fell off.
Good one.
I mean, I was gonna say it's with well, I mean, yeah, they're new one, but they fell off before too, unfortunately, because they dropped Meteora. I mean, no, Hybrid Theory, Meteora, Minutes to Midnight, and then A Thousand Suns was kind of their fall off. It was fine, but like it was their most polarizing album at the time. It's when they like completely went away from the new metal sound, I guess. And then they dropped Living Things, which I think is also polarizing. I don't know cuz I love that album. I listened to it today. But that was when they went into the electronic rock. And then they dropped Hunting Party, which is like the weirdest thing from them because like they dropped all that other stuff and then this is their heaviest album, which is crazy to say about Linkin Park, their heaviest album. But yeah, Hunting Party was good, and then they dropped One More Light, which is like it's a touchy subject because it's Chester's last album, and it was like when you listen to it now, it's like it's hard. It's hard to listen to now because like it's just like he was really in pain, and you could hear it on like when you listen to if you listen to Nobody Can Save Me, Talking to Myself, Invisible, Sorry for Now, it's just like One More Light. It's like damn, bro, like it's fucked up. And then their new album sucks. I would rather listen to One More Light over that.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't care. It's one of those cases like sure you can replace a vocalist, whatever, but like it's one of those things where it's just like you replace the guy. Like there's some bands where if you lose the core member, the rock star of the band, it's gone. Suicide Silence is another great point. They're doing fine right now, but in my opinion, they haven't had a good album since the Mitch era and their numbers show because they were one of the most popular bands in MySpace. And then now, nobody really talks. Like nobody cares that they didn't drop an album this year. I'm sorry,
Hmm.
I don't care that they didn't drop an album this year, which is I feel bad because I don't want to. There are bands that I really just don't like anymore because I'm just like y'all should have stopped after the Black Crown. But I mean, I respect them for going on, and yeah. Another band that I would say fell off. Avenged Sevenfold. Avenged Sevenfold dropped. They fell off with Hail to the King.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, because they dropped.
Yeah.
They had a really good track record too. They had Waking the Falling, City of Evil, their self-titled album, Nightmare, Hail to the King was the last one. And I mean, obviously it has Shepherd of Fire from Origins. That's literally the only song I like, and it's only because of Origins. I only like that. I don't think I would like it as much if it was not on that map. It just so happens to be on the greatest Call of Duty Zombies map ever made. Which that's a hot take too, but I stand by it. Uh,
Solid take.
yeah, the stage was it was it has mixed reviews. I don't think it was a bad album. It was more progressive. It was definitely better than their newest album. Way better.
I don't hate the attempt of the new album though. I
Yeah,
didn't like it, but I don't hate the attempt.
yeah. It's still better than Sleep Token. I remember I had it higher. Purposely had it higher. Sleep Token's a band I'll hate no matter what. President too. I think I hate President more than Sleep Token though, because
Oh,
at
at
least
least Sleep Token like started from the ground up.
yeah, and at least they're original.
Like they like people have been posting videos like of them like in a fucking ballroom
Yeah,
performing.
yeah,
And it's like looking at them now, it's like that's so surreal. Like what the fuck?
yeah,
And they never changed. They never
yeah,
changed. I'll give them credit for that
yeah,
too.
yeah.
They kept doing their thing.
Their fan base changed though.
Oh.
Yeah, fuck their
Yeah, I hate
fan.
the fan base. Don't hate the band.
Yeah, yeah. That's kind of all my problems with the band. It's not their fault. It's literally mostly their fans. Their fans are 99% of the reason why I don't like them or can't get into them, whatever.
I mean, some people who were into them literally tried to dox Vessel.
Yeah, and
It's like, what the fuck,
also
really?
also it's like if you don't like them, they hate you immediately. I'm not gonna mention who, but you know who, you know who. Yeah, so yeah, pretty tough. Uh, let's see. Let's do a few more. Let's see. I would say Iceland Kills with their new singles. Like, they're not bad. I don't think per se, but they're not as good as their older stuff. Or not their older stuff. Literally just their most recent album. Not as good.
I agree.
Cause yeah, welcome people don't like Welcome to Horrorwood. Some people because like they don't like the horror stick, and I get it. It's kind of overdone, but it's been their whole thing since they started. Like even their ska punk album, go look at the like tracks. They're like about killing or some shit, like murdering. They have a song called "Murders and Execution." You could tell what Spencer Charnes's favorite character ever is Patrick Bateman because he tries really hard to be Patrick Bateman, and he's made multiple songs about American Psycho because he made that one. He made they made Hip to Be Square, and then they did the cover of Walking on Sunshine, which is from the movie. So you can tell he's a huge fan of that. But I mean, I love American Psycho too, so I can't complain. But yeah, I would say their new singles are kind of a fall off. Um, but like they're another band where they don't really have a bad album per se. Um, cause yeah, like I mean, The Burning, it was a good album for a debuting band at the time. So I don't really like it, but it had the greatest story ever told, so that's a plus. And then I don't mind, like it's a different sound from what we know today from Ice Nine Kills. I don't mind their their actual debut actually. Last Chance to Make Amends. It used to not be on Spotify, but now it's on Spotify. And then Safe is Just a Shadow, great album. Um, The Predator Becomes a Prey, great album. Every Trick in the Book, probably my favorite album from them. The Silver Scream, great album. Silver Scream 2, great album. Whatever their new album is, though, it's probably not going to be as good, unfortunately. Love Ice Nine Kills, I'm from the same state as them, so.
So my next one's not really a fall off, but it's a hiccup in an otherwise perfect discography.
Mm.
Unprocessed.
Hmm.
With
Oh, yeah.
their album Gold from 2022.
Yeah.
I don't think you've listened to that one, but it's a
No.
pop album essentially.
Oh.
It's like a pop rock album essentially. I feel like it was. And I'm not gonna quote them. I don't think they said anything about this album, but general consensus in the progressive metal community is that they do not like this album. So it's like it's a pop rock album essentially. It's not. It was especially considering they took a 3 year layoff from
Mm.
Artificial Void, which was a masterpiece, and then came back with this. And then everyone was like, "Well, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
um, like it's a cool vibe if you're into that. You know, it's not a bad album per se, but I feel like for me that's just not unprocessed, man. Because before that, even before like they got into their actual current sound now,
Mm.
fucking Inconcretion was such a jarring progressive metal album. My only issue with that one was that all the songs were too long.
Yeah.
The average song runtime was 6.5 minutes, bro. Like that is a long album.
Mm.
Like the album itself is 12 tracks and an hour 19 minutes long.
Mm.
That tells you how long that fucking album is. But it's still pretty solid. Then they kind of toned it down with Perception, and then
Ooh.
Covenant is incredible. That's where they kind of went into their current sound.
I
And
got
then
I got a good one.
obviously Artificial Void, but yeah, Gold, we don't talk about that one. But then they released and everything in between, and everything's okay now. And I think they're at their best now. So
I have a few, I think two duds, but I mean they're not really horrible. It would be from Era. They released Impulse, Augment, Drift, and then they released Neon, which it wasn't a horrible album, but it was definitely like a dud. I feel like compared to everything else. And then they dropped Era, which is their self-titled album, which was amazing. And then they dropped Cure. Again, not a bad album, not a horrible album, but just not a good follow up.
right.
Yeah, because I re-listened to it. I've seen it live. It's not bad, and I've garnered a different opinion about the album.
I agree.
Yeah, because before when we first hated we first listened to it, we hated it, but now we're like, you know what? It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I feel like it was just because we were expecting so much from them.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then yeah, didn't
Oh
really
yeah, totally.
yeah. Didn't really live up to the hype. But I mean it's still again not terrible. Not a bad album. Let me check. I had oh yeah, Make Them Suffer. Make Them Suffer, their last album. Again, it wasn't awful. It wasn't bad. But compared to everything else they dropped, not a good follow up again. Even though they have a new keyboardist and a new clean vocalist. Um yeah, I don't think it was a great follow up. Because they released Never Bloom, they released Worlds Apart. Wait, I don't know. Okay, wait, does this count as an album? Oh yeah, Old Souls, right? And then they dropped How to Survive a Funeral, which I think that might be their best work. Either that for me or Never Bloom personally. But I mean, they've had like a almost perfect catalog until their self-titled album.
I agree. I was literally gonna say that one next too.
Yeah, yeah, I had that. I was gonna say them or Era first. Let's see. Oh wait, I have a good one too. They're like the biggest metal band in the world,
Mm.
Metallica. Which is weird, I know, but Metallica they had Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Injustice for All. Um, then they have the Black Album, which you could technically say was their fall off, but we all know what their fall off was. It was Saint Anger.
Yeah.
Boing, 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 boing. I mean, technically, Reload also, because, like, I mean, I don't really hear anybody talk about that. The only song that wouldn't fall off would be Fuel because it's in Fortnite. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. That's the only one. Yeah.
God. Well, my next one is Shadow of Intent.
Their new album.
No,
Mm,
Melancholy,
really?
because they stopped doing Halo.
Oh yeah.
And I know that sounds weird, and know it sounds biased. Hear me out. I felt like that was what made them cool, was the fact that they were doing something that no other band at the time was doing,
Yeah, because
and they just kind of stopped doing it.
they did two albums of it, and then they didn't.
Yeah. Reclaimer is one of my favorite albums ever, and it's a deathcore album, so that tells you a lot.
Yeah.
Like the first album was really good too, but I personally really enjoyed Reclaimer. And again, it's not just because I'm a Halo fan. I am a die-hard Halo fan
They
till
have
the day
their
I die.
and they have their
But
most popular song on that album, "The Heretic
yeah,
Prevail."
Heretic Prevails. But it's not because I'm a Halo fan. It's because they were doing something at the time that no other band was doing,
Oh yeah,
basing their shit off of a video game.
and also
And then they just stopped doing it, and now they're like everybody else. And it's like,
symphonic deathcore was kind of new back then too, because Lorna Shore wasn't big yet.
yeah, but they also weren't really doing what every other fucking band is doing
Well,
either.
yeah, because
They
it
were adding that to a more progressive sound.
yeah. Oh yeah, because also Chris Wiseman wasn't as busy with Currents yet either, because Currents wasn't huge yet.
Yeah,
I feel like that's
yeah.
probably something that also played a fact. Wow, that's crazy. Chris Wiseman dropped two amazing albums in 1 year. He dropped Reclaimer and The Place I Feel Safest. That's crazy. I just thought of it. Wow. Okay. 2017. He said, "Fuck you guys." I don't know why I don't think of that album when I think of 2017. Um,
But no, like
I don't
I don't
think
know, man.
Melancholy. I don't think that's a bad album though, and I don't think Elegy is
Not.
bad either.
But I'm basing it off of where it began,
That's
where the
fair.
fall off began. I'm not saying the album was bad. I'm
Yeah.
saying that's where it began.
I think their newest album though is probably their most like their biggest departure from that sound, like by far. Yeah, because they
Oh yeah.
like lost all the progressive stuff and they're
But
kind
it all began
yeah.
when they stopped doing Halo.
Yep.
So
No more oh
I,
no
He was cool.
No more
Some of
his.
it was a little, some of it was a little inaccurate from the lore, but it was
Yeah.
still cool. You know,
Yeah, I kind of wanted to do that with Doom, but like I feel like it would be hard, especially
that was my
'cause
original plan with Eternity's Edge, but then I noticed the Shadow of Intent did it already. So
yeah,
shit.
and then Doom also the Doom Slayer doesn't talk, so that's hard to like add anything to the lore. And I feel like nobody cares about the Doom lore. Like most Doom fans don't care about the lore. They just care about blowing up demons and listening to metal. Really.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of what all I care about. I cannot really tell you the story on except that Doom 2016 he goes to hell. Doom 20 I know, Doom Eternal he goes to Mars. And then he goes back to hell. And then he kills the oh no, he goes to Earth and then he kills the Icon of Sin, which Treyarch or Activision whatever, they ripped that off in Black Ops 7 and made the most disgusting boss fight I've ever seen. That looks so bad. Black Ops 7 looks like a joke. Um this is an interesting one cuz they only have 3 albums. And it's a band I really like. I would say it's Knock Loose and it started with Upon Loss even though they were good songs. But their newest album is my least favorite. So, yeah. Even though I have 3 copies of it and I listened to it a lot last year, but listen when I listened to their first 2 albums, I'm just like, wow, these were so good. And like I can't really tell you much songs from their new albums that I like other than Piece by Piece, Suffocate, and Blinding Faith. Like mostly the singles and then 2 other songs maybe.
yeah,
Cause like a lot of the songs were like interlude songs. They had Thirst, which is a minute and 50 seconds. Moss Covers All, which is literally 40 seconds. Take Me Home, which is 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Like a lot of the song on this album was way too short. And then when you go to I mean, I think their best work, period, is definitely A Tear in the Fabric of Life. Like it's not really even a debate. Just facts. No printer. um, but yeah, like their first album, even their first EP, there were songs that were like 3 minutes and a half, 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Like they had songs. That's something that I don't think the newest album has. It doesn't have any songs. It has breakdowns. Cue the thing. Do the thing. It has it has
trying to get it.
breakdown. Yeah, there you go. It has breakdown. Yeah,
Can a whoop ass for ya.
even their debut EP, like they had more songs. They had the gospel. They had All My Friends. All My Friends is like one of my favorite songs from them. Small Victories. But yeah, Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I did remember me that song called All My Friends, and it has Seth Rollins in it. That's funny. But yeah, a lot of bands that fell off. Oh wait, oh this is a huge one, huge one, huge one, huge one, because they never recovered. They never recovered. Asking
yeah,
Alexandria,
I didn't want to talk about that. Yeah,
their self-titled album. I mean,
uh,
technically you could say the Black because like that was like
no, I'm thinking before the black, honestly.
really from Death
Yeah,
to Destiny.
yeah, no, yeah, that
Yeah,
one.
yeah, because
But like
that
it wasn't again, it wasn't bad, but that's where it kind of began. And then the black was cool, but it really wasn't that great of a metalcore album.
it was a good metalcore. I mean,
It was it was a good album, but it was like
oh yeah, it was a real.
felt
It was kind of a
uninspired in
rip.
a lot of
It was
places.
yeah, it was a rip off of Bring Me the Horizon. I forgot them and Bad Omens. Them
Yep.
Sumerian was like Sempiternal. We can make money off that. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, guys. Really, because they said They said asking Alexandria make sleepwalking, make
Oh my god.
shadow Moses, and then they were like Bad Omens, rip off every song, rip off every song. Which I mean, I love that album from Bad Omens.
Oh fuck me, dude.
You can't tell me I'm wrong.
Oh fuck me, but yeah, from Death to Destiny is where it really kind of started
Yeah, and
because
that's when Daniel was like, wait, I can do butt rock now? I can do butt rock.
I can do punk rock now.
Oh wait, I forgot they had a song with Howard Jones. Holy shit, I
Yeah,
forgot.
they did.
Until the end. The only song I like that song, and then I like what's it? Moving On.
Yeah.
That one hits when you're in the feels. The Black though, I like that album. I like the title track. I Won't Give In, even though it's literally just sleepwalking. um, let's see. Just a Slave to Rock and Roll was cool, I guess. Yeah, it was a decent record, but yeah, Sumerian Records in 2016 they looked at Sempiternal and they were like, we could do that. We could do that a few times. Hey, Asking Alexandria, and hey, new band, Bad Omens. Go do that. Oh yeah,
Yeah. Now that being said, the self-titled actually isn't that bad of an album.
yeah. It's just not metalcore.
That's where it began.
Yeah, that's
Because like
that's
I
where it
personally
really
like Alone
began.
in a Room. I like Alone in a Room. I like Into the Fire.
Yeah, Into the
I like
Fire.
Where Did It Go.
Where did it go? Yeah, that one was. It was like it was not bad, but it had bad intentions. Bad intentions.
I didn't even think it had bad intentions. I
No, I
liked the
mean
vibe
like
of it, but then
direction. Their like it
yeah,
was.
I
Yeah,
gotcha.
it was hinting into the
But
direction.
then but
Yeah.
then like a House on Fire is where it really started.
Oof. And then the void, the void is like where they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna be heavy again, and then I was like,
Where do we go from here?
yeah, that was horrible, horrible,
Yeah.
horrible. Yeah. But Bad Omens is another one. I don't think they fell off, but I really don't like their new singles.
Mm.
But I would say it would technically start with the Death of Peace of Mind, even though I don't think it's a bad album. It's a good album, really good album, but yeah, then they started dabbling too much into the octane core because their self-titled album, Say What You Will. You know what? I'm gonna retract what I said about Sempiternal because the Bring Me the Horizon fans at the time were complaining about Bring Me the Horizon doing That's the Spirit, and they wanted more Sempiternal. So what does Bad Omens do? They give them more Sempiternal, just a new band. And Noah Sebastian looked like Ollie Sykes, so that also helped. Um, and then they had Finding God Before God Finds Me, which in my opinion is probably their best album. Um, that's the one with the Throne, Limits, uh, Never Know, Said and Done. Yeah, The Hell I Overcame, Running in Circles, Kingdom of Cards. Yeah. Um, and then yeah, the Death of Peace of Mind. So yeah, but still,
Yeah.
let's do one more each.
Okay, so what should I pick?
Okay. I got a good one. I got a good one.
But
Beartooth. They fell off. They fell off like immediately because they dropped sick. They dropped disgusting, amazing, so good, great, and then it started with aggressive because aggressive they like said, you know, we're not gonna be a hardcore band. We're not gonna be a metalcore band. We're just gonna be a regular rock band. And then Disease wasn't too bad. And then they dropped below, yeah. And they dropped The Surface, which I mean, I'm happy for Caleb. He's happy, but when you're happy,
I'm gonna find.
when you're happy, you don't really make as good music. Unfortunately, I didn't say it. The vocalist of Cane Hill said it on their podcast, and now I can't. I can't forget that. I can't forget it.
Agree though. He's happy. That's all I care about personally.
Yeah,
That's all I care about personally.
yeah. As long as he's not
Oh
angry,
boy.
don't end it all, please.
Right. Oh man. Okay. The last band for me. All right, I have a lot of choices here.
Mm. Pick a good one.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Pick a good one.
Oh boy.
Piece of shit.
Mm.
Yeah. See, there's a lot of bands I couldn't.
You know what?
I couldn't say Cane Hill. Cane Hill doesn't have a bad album, in my opinion.
Enterprise Earth.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, Enterprise Earth. I
That's
was
their
gonna try
latest.
to. I was gonna try to avoid that, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm tired of giving them the benefit of the doubt. So
They lost Dan Watson. That was the problem.
I wasn't a big fan of the early work because
Oh,
deathcore.
yeah.
I do feel Luciferus was actually pretty solid now that I look
Mhm.
back on it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Chosen,
Amazing.
top tier, incredible album. Just from top to bottom, and it wasn't even the deathcore aspect; it was the progressive metal mixed in with it aspect.
Mhm.
I loved it. I thought it was really fucking sick. Overpass is one of the greatest songs I've ever heard.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Incredible song.
That's Matt Honeycutt's best feature too, even though it shouldn't have been on there.
No. And the title track was really cool too. But the rest of the album was really awesome.
Yeah.
And then, Dan leaves.
Yep. And that's where it all goes.
And I'm not gonna shit on the new guy, Travis. That's
Yeah,
his name, right?
it's
Yeah.
not really his fault. Yeah.
He's a great vocalist. I just don't feel like he fits this sound.
Yeah.
Because you got his vocals, and I would argue, is a better singer than Dan.
Mm.
I would argue it because he's got more of a range with his singing. I'm not saying screaming. Screaming, Dan's got to be easy. But like
I don't
with
know.
his singing, it's more like
I just think of
I feel
Overpass,
it more.
so it's hard to.
I got you. Of course. But to each their own. But with me, I just feel like he does not fit this sound, and the new EP that dropped, I think they're still trying to find a way to fit him.
Yeah.
It just
Wait,
hasn't worked.
Palms of Agony. That was the last one with Dan, right?
No, Psalm of Agony was the first one with Travis,
Oh, okay.
and it was pretty alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like tracks like that are okay with this guy, with him.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
honestly, hear me out. Hear me out though.
Hmm.
There was a track, The World Without Us.
Yeah.
The World Without Us, in my opinion, incredible track.
Yeah.
Incredible track.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. There were some tracks on the album that were pretty good. Yeah.
Well, see, The World Without Us wasn't even on the album.
Oh yeah. Yeah. True. True.
It wasn't even on the album. Like, bro, what?
Wait. Hold on.
In my opinion, that's their best track with Travis.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait. Okay. Yeah. Now I remember. I'm looking
Hot
at it
fucking
now.
take, I
Yeah.
know.
That was
Hot fucking take, I know, but
It was those two singles that they dropped before the album. Yep. And then they also dropped the EP this year randomly out of nowhere. Yeah. I
and I
actually
feel like you're still trying to find the sound.
I don't think that EP was bad. I think they're
You're welcome.
I feel like they're kind of now finding their sound, which it feels like is just deathcore, which is unfortunate because the Chosen.
I really genuinely believe that they would sound so good if they just went to a more progressive metal sound.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah, because
I'm sorry, because like you can't. Again, not shitting on Travis. I just don't feel like he fits their sound.
Yeah, or whatever sound they're trying to do now. Like,
They are one of the most talented all around bands in the scene.
yeah,
But the inability to find a sound that fits Travis or vice versa
or
is really getting frustrating because I
or,
really love The Chosen.
or just go back to the chosen. Literally, I feel
Go
like
back to The Chosen.
I, f-
Yeah.
I
I
feel like
mean,
it's more of just the band itself problem
yeah. I
because
mean, I feel like they're trying too hard at the same time.
yeah, like
Because, like, again, more tracks like The World Without Us would be wonderful because that track was cool.
yeah,
I liked it a lot. I didn't like Death Magic. They can fuck off with that.
oh, yeah.
I didn't like that one.
I was gonna say Darko, but in my opinion, I don't think they had a single bad album. Like they've had albums that are not as good as the other ones, but I don't want to
Yeah.
say they have one bad album. And, yeah, so and we're probably gonna get another album this year. Like,
Yeah.
because technically, Death Mass 3 is not an album; it's an EP, even though it has 8 songs. Yeah, one of them is an introduction song, so technically not. Yeah. So those are bands that we like that either have a bad album or a not a good follow up or a dud, whatever. And then yeah, we talked about all the other albums and shit that came out earlier this month or yeah, earlier this month and on Halloween or a song that we just forgot about. Cause
hmm
sometimes that happens. Uh Why I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about, and I saw it earlier, and I was like gonna remember to talk about it. Oh wait, yeah, I checked out this band Abbey Falls. They had something earlier this year. Yeah, the day before my birthday. They're a pretty cool band. Abbey Falls. Um,
Pretty solid.
yeah, they have a song with Dissonant, and they have a song with Breakdown of Sanity on the EP.
Speaking of Breakdown Insanity, they are working on new stuff with a new vocalist. So I'm assuming, I mean, they're back to live shows now, which is really cool.
Yeah,
And I hope we get another album from them. I know it won't set the world on fire, it probably won't, because it's gonna be breakdowns,
break
heavy breakdowns,
breakdowns.
breakdowns. But it's nostalgia purposes. I hope we get one because
Yeah,
I love Breakdown Insanity.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
album from me.
I
I suck at promotion. New single drops Monday, and then the album drops the Monday after that.
yep,
12 tracks, 53 minutes.
yep.
I'm not going outrageous with the fucking song links this time.
Yeah, 20 minute song. Yes. Hello, Dream Theater.
Fuck. Hello, Dream Theater.
Dream Theater has entered the chat.
But yeah, check it out.
Yeah,
It
check
probably
it
sucks, but check it
out.
out.
Check out the fucking song. Check out the album, god damn it. And then
God damn it.
next month we're going to be doing our top 10. Well, we're gonna do the Will and Trent Awards, which is gonna include Song of the Year, Album of the Year, and we're also gonna be doing a decades list too. Because half the decade is over, and I really can't believe it, and it sucks. And this is the worst decade ever. Maybe it's just because I'm an adult though.
Mhm.
But I also think it's because of the pandemic. And it
Yeah.
ruined everybody's lives permanently. It ruined society permanently. But I don't want to get into the conspiracy because we'll be here all day. Oh yeah, also I have another mic, but my Scarlet broke, my Focusrite broke, so I'm currently waiting for one to come back from the Focusrite factory because
Mm.
I gave them I had the warranty, so yeah. So now, hopefully, hopefully by next episode I'll be able to use my good mic, which is a
Yeah.
universal audio mic, which is basically just a Shure SM56, but it's like it's kind of like not as good, but you can't really notice that it's not as good. That's the one that I use for one of the songs on the Nikita's album. I don't remember which one.
Terminate.
Yeah. That one.
Not out yet though.
Yep. Yeah, you'll have to wait till next year.
Yep.
Yep. And I
Until
might
Nick, I'm not working anymore until I'm done with music.
and I might redo the vocals. Oink oink. I'm gonna do a oink oink call out. Oink oink.
God.
Crocodile. The turtle. I'll get a grizzly bear. Terminate featuring Alex Terrible. This
God.
grizzly bear sample. Alright. Well, yeah, we will see you in the fucking next episode of the goddamn podcast.
Yeah.
And you breakdowns. Yeah, remember that.